Knock knock, Rose says while standing near the door as she sees me focusing intensely on the stat device. Am I interrupting something? No, I was just about done. I say I put my stat booster back in my pocket. It's a good thing that you didn't go to sleep yet, she says as she walks into my room carrying a tray full of muffins. I know that these muffins will not compare to anything that Flower can cook up, but I really want to show you my appreciation for what you did today, somehow. She places the tray on a small table near my bed, and she seats herself on the bed beside me. They're really good, I tell her, after I take a bite, but there was no need to go out of the way to make them just for me. I don't remember doing anything special. You're the one who came up with the idea to have Ella spend her day with Susie. You're the one who finally managed to calm her down, not me. You know very well what I'm talking about, Barry, Rose says. I'm talking about the moment when you took it upon yourself to save that girl's life, despite the enormous risk and dangers that you put yourself through because of it. Well, there's no need to thank me for that, I say. I only did it because it felt right at the moment, right me at the time, and not because I wanted any reward. So then this is a very interesting thing to me, is that risk he bought upon himself. It is my firm belief that morals without strength are useless, and they are nothing more than just like an idea that one likes to hold on to. And for a strong person, morals may seem as a stoic way to move through their life, they feel like complete with their selves. But for a weak person, morals can be very much so, how should I put this, there essentially could be there could be like death to a normal person, to a weak person, because if you're not in a place where you can even hold your head high, how are you supposed to hold on to your morals, honestly? And one of the reasons why I say that if you have the strength to do something, and that's what your morals ask of you, the morals that you have made, subjective morals are not objective. Ethics can be objective because they're more of a societal thing, and they take a very long time to change. So you can kind of call them as objective. Technically they are also subjective, but morals are always subjective. You make your own morals as you move forward in life. So everyone changes depending on how they grow up, and the sort of media they consume, the sort of life they have lived. And because of this, I think Barry is at a decent place in strength where he can kind of uphold his morals. I don't think he is in a very decent place. So in my other Let's Play, as I did, I would not take the path that he took. Now that I think about it, it more than likely means that I will not be able to get together with Rose in my main playthrough. If there is a hero ending, we're definitely not getting that. We're more than likely going to end up with Kate, because we have been much better with her than anyone else. So yeah, moving on. What did a reward? I know, Rose says, smiling, and that's why I'm thanking you. Your selfless actions are what gave me the courage to finally start addressing the problem that I've been trying to ignore for all these years. Seeing the girl's face light up when I told her that she could stay here made me happier than any other reward ever could. After all these years, I finally feel like I'm starting to make a difference, and it's all because of you, Barry. All of a sudden, Rose looks away from me as if she remembered something. Maybe we shouldn't be sitting here talking like this, Rose says. I wouldn't want to give Kate the wrong idea about us if she wanders by. Hold on, I think you're the one who might have gotten the wrong idea, I say. There was never anything going on between me and Kate. Honest, I don't feel my heart racing at all when I meet her. Why would you say that? Unlike the time when I first saw you. Rose blushes when she hears what I said. You felt your heart racing when you first saw me, Rose says. Do you still feel the way about me now? What is this? What in the fuck? Why? Fuck me. Why is this even a thing? Oh fuck, why? What is this? Why is this? What is wrong with this guide? Holy shit, I am missing out on this. I'm saving this separately. I just want to read what happens if you go in normally after I'm done with this. I'm just going to read, and I might make that a third playthrough, honestly, if the way things are going. But remember this, the guide says right here that I am supposed to say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Please forget what I said. The guide says we should not get into any altercations with Rose. I am of the, yeah, maybe there's like a super secret hero ending that is supposed to unlock later if you don't go into her right now. But still, come the fuck on, man. I don't want to do that. Let me save. So if you look at the save menu, save slot 1 is when my main playthrough that I am doing. Slave slot 2 is not slave slot. Save slot 2 is going to be the one with the ideal playthrough, the whatever the guide says I will do. And save slot 3, I'm going to be not a complete separate playthrough, but I will be definitely checking out the choice of what happens if you choose this to like get together with Rose. So unfortunately, it says right here, I'm supposed to say that I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Please forget what I said. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Please forget what I said. Don't worry about it, Rose says, smiling. I've already forgotten. And gets up from bed and takes a bite out of one of the muffins. Wow, these are really good, she says. I would make them more often. You won't mind if I take 2 of these with me, will you? Susie has always outdone me when it comes to muffins. I like to brag about this a little. Of course not, I say. They were yours to begin with. Rose smiles again. She takes 2 muffins off the tray before she starts leaving the room. Stops by the door and she turns to face me one more time. Thank you again, Barry. Rose says, for everything you have done. You have no idea how much this all means to me. I hope I'll be able to repay you someday. She pauses. I will be checking that choice after I'm done with chapter 11 on my ideal playthrough, because I do want to see where this goes. So I'm just hopefully I remember this. Please, if you're watching this and I completely forgot for some retarded reason, please remind me. Because there's probably a sex scene here. We might have to check that out. But I highly doubt it. But there might be. And there was in medieval fantasy. But yeah, YouTube might not like that because they hate even text. Why do they hate text? But whatever. She pauses. Good night, Barry, she says after a few seconds. Good night, Rose, I say as she turns around and leaves the room. After she left, I ate a few more muffins, then I went to sleep. At least brush your teeth. I woke up several hours later to the sound of Darren's voice. Barry, wake up, you say. You're not planning on sleeping in again, are you? Come on, get up, we'll leave you behind. As Darren leaves, I take a look around outside my window. See, the sun has only just risen about an hour ago. Everyone was already waiting outside while Rose's siblings were running around the yard as lively as ever. I jump out of bed and get dressed. I don't take my backpack with me. Darren probably only meant that we were going down to get some supplies. I take some money with me and my dagger just in case, and then I head downstairs. I think everything else is same unless Ella is gonna jump in or something. It does not look like it. So here's another choice. We are supposed to talk about how does this king of the people get along with the nobles, which we have read before because pretty much I believe this is what I picked last time as well. How does the king of the people get along with the nobles? Not very well, Rose says. He's been trying to take away many of their unfair privileges over the years, and that obviously didn't sit well with them. However, since he is still rather new and inexperienced, the nobles have managed to keep him in check for the time being. You said earlier the king of yours is a gnome, Hardrick says. Did I hear that right? Yes, you're right. You heard me right, Rose says. Talking about the same kind of gnomes here, you know, the frail looking midget that can't grow a beard, that are even smaller than dwarves, the one that are so disorganized that they can't even form their own country, choosing instead to live their lives as nomads who never settle down in one place for more than a few years. They may be seen as disorganized by many people, Rose says, but no one can deny the fact that they are incredibly resourceful, and the most of the great inventors of our time are of gnome origins. The king of Thelius is also a renowned inventor before he was elected as a king. Yeah, we have already seen all this. I've read this exact same thing. So this is where we are. This is an important choice. This is the point where we are stuck in that dream world sequence or whatever. And I remember if you attack the clones, then a spell activates related to that clone, and then you get hit or whatever. So try to concentrate on finding the original. Ignore the clones for now. I'll try to freeze the whole area around us so I can take care of all the clones at the same time. Kate says, no, wait, I say. I think we should concentrate on finding the originals first. You think that destroying the clones might trigger a trap? Kate says, I don't know, I say, but the fact that the clones are not moving at all makes me think that they are at the very least waiting for something. As long as they are not actually doing anything, I think we should take advantage of the situation and try to figure out the trick before we engage them openly. Wait a minute, Araka says, I think I got it. Did you find out one of the originals? Which ones are the originals? Kate says, no, but I found out what kind of illusion spell they're using. Araka says, this is actually one of Mephir's favorite. No wonder he started teaching it to his followers. Mephir's, Hardrick asks, is that the name of the fate god of fate? Yeah, that's him. Arka says, the spell is designed in such a way that when all the illusions get destroyed, the attacker gets hit back with all the spells they've cast to slay the clones. I usually used to fall for that stupid trick. I always used to fall for that stupid trick. How can you tell that it's the exact same spell? If you pay close attention, you can see that all the clones have a easily recognizable signature on their magical auras. The flow of their auras have a sort of slithering motion to it, the kind of like a snake moving in the grass. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah, I think I get it. I say, yeah, hey, I think I can see it too, Hardrick says. And this is great. Now we just need to see which one of them don't carry the signature. We'll know who the originals are. Good luck with that. Why are you saying this? Kate says, because I already checked. Araka says, twice. None of them are originals. Are you saying that the real mages were actually never here? Yeah, this is because this is the whole dream world bullshit. We have already checked all this.